Late Night Health continues. In about 15 minutes, we're going to find out about block therapy. It's a way of stretching and exercising that I think actually complements what Nick is talking about. And, of course, we'll have some inspirational messages from Robert Clancy coming up as well. Okay. Nick, let me ask you, you've mentioned hormones several times, and you and I have talked about this privately. Hormone therapy, good or bad for men and good or bad for women?
I think it's amazingly effective for men and women, particularly when they get past the age of 40. The body just goes through a drastic hormonal change. And I think that the best type of hormonal therapy is one in which at our website they can order some simple saliva and urine test kits and find out what their hormone levels are to begin with. And then we often see that people have high levels of estrogen. It's just prevalent throughout our society from the foods that we eat, certain estrogens and chemicals. So we use a product called EstroBlock, and that helps to clear these harmful estrogens out of your body. It helps you to shed that body fat. And then you also need to control the adrenals, because the adrenal glands with Adrenal DMG, a product I created, helps to control the appetite, because if you don't have enough cortisol, the body doesn't recognize when you eat food if it's released the calories into the general system. So that's very important to get a handle on that nervous nibbles or stress eating that most people experience. I also then put people on a hydrogen product where they just take these tablets, drop it into water, and it stimulates fasting. So it really makes you utilize the calories from the fruits, the vegetables, the whole food, while you burn your fat much more effectively. We add a product called Lean and Fit that has a wonderful reducing appetite suppressant and an increased energy of well-being. So that combination is at our website. If they just go to the Delgado protocol.com, that's delgadoprotocol.com, or if they just call our office, we can send them a catalog and some information and some education MP3 at 866-319-0566. And if they mention your show, they'll get a special 20-hour education program on MP3.
That's terrific. Well, we'll have to put that up on the website, too. Hey, listen, what about testosterone shots for men, for example? Or do you prefer a supplement that helps to stimulate natural hormone creation in the body?
Yeah, I use a product called Testrovita Pro that's rich in certain herbs that stimulate the production and release of your own testosterone, along with certain minerals like boron and zinc that increase your testosterone production. But I also realize that at past a certain age, men still decline regardless, and women, they also decline in testosterone levels. And so the most elegant way for men is usually testosterone pellets embedded under the skin with one of the doctors I work with, and that sustains your levels for a good 4 months, 3 to 4 months. For the women, they're probably fine just using the Testrovita product, and if that's not enough, we add a Testrovita cream that they rub into their skin, and then that enhances their DHEA and pregnenolone and some other hormones that combine to assist testosterone production. So, testosterone is vital for good quality of health, life, sexuality, for looking and feeling good. It's one of the most important hormones. You hit it right on the nose.
I personally have had the pellet, and the doctor who did it, I couldn't sit down for a week because that's where they put it, and it hurt, but I felt great. I did, and I need to go back and take a look at that again.
Well, the doctor's procedure is important, and I've had hundreds of my clients see different doctors, and I've found a handful of doctors, one in Beverly Hills, one in Irvine, and one in North Santa Monica area. And these individuals are so good at what they do that you feel a little, while it's being done, it's just like a little pinch. But if it's placed properly, you'll feel a little sore for 3 days. I'm not going to kid you. But, after about the fourth day, that clears up, and you just feel great, as you mentioned, for 3 or 4 months. But you really need to combine it with the herbal therapy. Because
right.
Bioidentical hormones really require herbs to modify them, meaning they go to certain pathways as they metabolize as they become useful.
As people age, and as men in particular age, we tend not to go and see doctors. Off topic. Why? Why particularly men? Women go, and we only have about 40 seconds for that answer.
We have a huge population of men. I think that now that they understand anti-aging and what we call immortality medicine and lifestyle medicine, they just didn't like the idea of being prescribed a drug or being sent to a surgeon. You know, who does? Who wants to have organs cut out or surgeries on their joints and things? So we just look at the most effective integrative medicine approaches so that the clients are working with us. They're educated, they're taught, they're trained, and they see dramatic results. So I think that's completely changed.
Listen, everybody, go to nickdphd.com. That's nickdphd.com. Or if it's easier, we'll have it on latenighthealth.com. And you'll go right to Nick. You'll get all the information. You can take a free class and learn more about his products and services. Nick, thanks for joining us. Will you come back?
Absolutely, Mark. It's been a pleasure sharing with your audience.
Always. And Nick is the best-looking and strongest naturopath that I know. All right, more coming up. Robert Clancy from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Soul coming up here on Late Night Health. More coming up. Don't go away.